charges. Joining me now for more on this is IDF reservist and educator Noe Leib, as well as former advisor to the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Ruthie Blum, in studio. Noe, I want to start with you. We've watched this play out. Now this suspect is facing 118 charges, including attempted murder. But I mean, this stems from what happened on October 7th. But now we're seeing this terrorism happen in our own country. I want to get your thoughts.
I think that America and the rest of the world is starting to or needs to wake up. This was a very unfortunate attack. It was an anti-Semitic attack, but it's the beginning. You know, October 7th was an attack against the Jewish people. As you can see, it's coming to America against the Jewish people, but slowly it's going to be coming to the West as well. Americans, not Jewish, and everyone has to wake up. Look at what's going on. I mean, look at what you see on your screen right now. This is going to happen to Americans soon.
Ruthie, what was your takeaway when we saw this play out in Boulder, Colorado?
Well, first of all, Noe is right, but it's worse than that. It's not that we're going to start seeing more terrorism and also anti-Christian attacks. We're seeing them already. And in fact, an event, a pro-Israel event scheduled for this week in Dallas, Christians and Jews, it had to be canceled because of terrible threats, and the amount of security required would have cost the organizers way too much money. This is happening in the United States of America. It's unprecedented.
Well, Noe, what do you think that the administration, Trump administration, should do with this? Do you think that there needs to be more accountability, or at least more? There's a fine line between free speech and hate speech. Your thoughts?
I was thinking about what you said, 118 counts. Doesn't matter, 118 or 50, you know, getting deported. I don't think that it really matters. I think that the best thing that America can do is education. In the schools, we need to learn about what does freeing Palestine actually mean? What is anti-Semitism? Why is it wrong? We need the entire country of America and the entire world, when I was speaking about the U.S., to have education on anti-Semitism. This has to stop. In 2024, there was over one anti-Semitic event every hour. Every hour. This has to come to a stop. Education is the key.
Ruthie, what do you think about that? Is there a fine line between hate speech and free speech?
No, I think we all know the difference when we see it. It isn't free speech to call for the murder of people or the annihilation, a genocidal annihilation of a whole people. And make no mistake, that's exactly what from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free means. But the Trump administration is not at fault. Actually, Trump has been taking serious measures to combat anti-Semitism in various ways, and it's not just deporting illegal migrants, Muslim migrants. It is also with making statements. It's very important. The trouble is that woke culture is so extensive in the United States, it's very hard to combat that, and that includes liberal Jews who constantly try to apologize for or talk about free speech, and that's why education, that's all well and good, but if you look at some of our educators, you see that they're also woke. That's a problem. The culture is a problem.
No, I want you to jump in on that too. What's your takeaway?
Ruthie, I agree with you 100%. I'm surprised we haven't met yet, but that's the problem. You know, the problem is the outside, is the inside. We need to have people who know what they're doing, come and educate the people on this matter, and we know it best. I mean, you know, I'm in Jerusalem right now. I'm going back to Gaza. I feel like my job and what I'm doing is actually going to free Palestine from Hamas, and do the actual work that needs to be done. What's going on in America? People are so twisted. They don't know why they're going to these protests. They don't know what intifada actually means. And when you get brainwashed so much, you become a danger to society, but also to yourself.
Yeah, Ruthie, jump in on there.
I couldn't agree with him more, and it's interesting because I do normally live in Tel Aviv, and my son and various family members have been fighting in Gaza. What I can say is that, unfortunately, the woke in Israel is also to blame. This is a real propaganda war going on, and it's not just the need to educate people. It is also an assertion of victory. I think if Israel emerges victorious in this war, that will be what will count. That will counter anti-Semitism more than the October 7th massacre. It's ironic and it's tragic, but I believe that to be the truth.
Noy, and real quickly, I mean, do you agree with what Israel's plan here to eliminate Hamas and is that the right approach to finishing all of this? Is to get rid of Hamas?
Look, the issue is that Hamas is an ideology. Okay, the Palestinians in Gaza are so pro-Hamas or pro-terror, pro-anti-Israel. It doesn't matter if it's Hamas or if it's someone else. They're going to have this mindset of and I've seen this with my own eyes. I've spoken to these people. We have to get rid of Israel. We don't like the Jews in Israel. We don't like the Jews abroad. We don't even like the Jews who are anti-Zionist. So getting rid of Hamas would be a favor to the world. Yeah. But we need to do more. It's not just that. The education is also in Gaza. Getting a third party, not a Western, a Middle Eastern third party, to go in and do the job, and it might take years. But right now, all Palestinians want to do, and this was not my view before October 7th. On October 6th, I thought differently. Right now, I'm telling you from experience, what people in Gaza want to do is destroy Israel and destroy the Jewish people. Yeah. That's it.
Ruthie, I'll give you the last word.
Okay, well, I agree, and I think everybody should know that it's not just the Palestinians in Gaza, it's also the Palestinians in Judea and Samaria, otherwise known as the West Bank. The Palestinian Authority that's considered so-called moderate is not moderate. It is also extremist and wants to annihilate the state of Israel and the Jewish people.
All right, we'll leave it there. Ruthie, Noy, thank you so much for coming on here today. We appreciate it. When we come back,